power for good. ... Mostly? What would I use my evil cat powers for? Ew, there's a chip in here. I don't know how old that is. Gross. Ooh, I found money. I found $1.25. Oh, hello there. If you've been following along to any capacity, I have been slowly but surely purging every category of thing that I own in my house. And if it was not apparent what today's topic is gonna be, it's gonna be books. I have a few. I have just like a little bit. This is actually honestly really uncomfortable to kneel like this. I have a small amount of books. In fact, I counted all the books that I have, not including journals and notebooks and magazines and yearbooks, not including those things, but like actual physical like novels and books and comics and that kind of stuff. Out of all of those, I have about 191. I've been using Marie Kondo's life-changing magic of tidying up to help me purge items in my house. But with each category that I've addressed, I always find ways to bend Marie Kondo's rules just a little bit to fit with my needs a little bit better. Do what you want. Obviously, it's all your stuff. Do what you need to do when you purge your own things. But for me, I'm not going for full minimalism. I am just going for a reduction of things that I own. Books is definitely gonna be one that I'm probably gonna, I don't want to say fail at, but I already know I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of a lot of my books. This is still very uncomfortable, but at least I'm not on my knees anymore. Marie Kondo's biggest criticism with books is that if you have read them, yes, I know, I'm aware of Padfoot right here, but if you have read the book, you're probably not going to read it again, so you should get rid of it. Actually, in her book, I believe she states that no one ever rereads books, which is true, I'm sure for some people. I've definitely reread some of my favorite books. And also because I am a big reader and also a writer, in case you weren't aware, I'm also writing a few different novels myself. I have a goal of having a giant library someday, so I don't necessarily want to get rid of all of my library inventory, right? Like, I dream, and if you're a reader, you probably have the same dream. You dream of sitting in a room stacked with books, like full of bookshelves, like built-in bookshelves, mind you, built into the wall bookshelves, books filling all the shelves, and like one of those fun ladders that like is attached to the shelf itself and you just swing it around to get whatever you need. I'm sure most of us have had that dream. Am I right? So I don't know how many of books I'm going to be able to get rid of because that is a dream that I have, but I surely don't need all of the books in this pile right now. So I am going to go through, Marie Kondo talks a lot about if it sparks joy. So holding a book in your hand, like for example, One Last Stop, sparks immense joy. Just so much joy. This is such a phenomenal book. It is so beautiful. I love this book so much. But yeah, so you just hold it up. Does it spark joy? You keep it. For me, I think there are probably a few books that I've had for a really long time that I haven't read, or I read and they just weren't super interesting to me. Those ones I'll probably get rid of. But otherwise, this challenge is going to be a struggle. This one's for sure going to be a struggle. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I've got all my books here. This actually, compiling all my books into one place, did not take as long as I thought it would. I thought it would have been like a massive undertaking, but it was actually really quite easy to get them all here. The other category I'll be purging in this video is handbags, and we'll get to that more when the time comes. For now, we're just gonna focus on books, and we're gonna get through this together. So gather all of your books with me, and let's purge together. All right, here we go. Ooh, I think this isn't even a book. I took a black and white film photography class. So these are all the pictures that I took and printed myself from that class. Oh my gosh. I'll definitely have to go through these at some point. Okay, creative writing. This was in 2006, so I probably would have been, what, 6th grade? August of 2006? 5th or 6th grade? A symbol for me would be a cat, because I really like cats, and I have a lot of cat-like qualities. I can be very lazy at times and also very hyper. I can also be curious and... I don't know what that word's supposed to be. I think I meant to write curious twice. I can also be curious and curious of my surroundings. Cats are also usually kind and nice, and I am usually kind and nice. I am usually kind and nice. Not always. Okay, here's another one. If I were a superhero, my power would be I could either change into a cat completely. Great, love it, loving this so far. Or I could have different parts of me change into a cat. Like I could have my hands change into paws, and I could also talk to cats. I would use my power for good. ... Mostly? What? I would use my power for good. ... Mostly. What was I thinking? What would I use my evil cat powers for? My superhero name would be Cat Girl. How creative. Some things I would do with my powers is talk to my cats because I have always wanted to know what is on their minds or what they think about me. Pebfoot, what do you think about me? What do you think about me, Pebfoot? Do you love me? Do you love me except for when I smother you like this? Yeah. Wow. I don't think I can get rid of this. This is too gold. This is too funny. Okay, now this notebook is my dad's notebook. Probably a C.S. Lewis book. But he was reading a book and taking notes about it. And so I kept this because, you know, it's memories of him. And also this is like, this section right here is like dangerously close to getting into like memorabilia, which is a category that Marie Kondo talks about waiting till the very end. So I probably won't get rid of any of these, honestly, because it's not time to go through that type of category. But they were on my bookshelf, so I kind of had to all lump them in together. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, in high school, I went on a missions trip to the Dominican Republic, and I printed, I want to say like 100 or more of these cats and men calendar that I made, and I was going to sell them to raise money, and I think I sold like 3, so that kind of sucked. But it was like different people I knew in my life. I took pictures of them and photoshopped. There was like an app where you could Photoshop cats into the photo, so that's what this calendar is. So I kept one of them because it's so funny. It's so funny to me, but like only 3 people bought them, which was unfortunate, but I had a lot of fun making it, and it's a really fun memory. Like these are all people from high school and stuff, so it's nice to have this as a memory. Oh, this one's funny. This one's my brother in his like scary monster mask when he worked at Not Scary Farm. So here, this is where I think I'm gonna probably be able to get rid of the most. I have a bunch of like religious and Christian books and stuff, but I'm not very religious anymore. And even when I was like super into like my faith and religion and that kind of stuff, I never wanted to read religious books. So I probably will get rid of most of those. There's a few I'll keep, especially the ones that were my dad's, because again, I'm holding on to things related to him for memories. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's pictures in here. Oh, these are the pictures that we used for his memorial. Okay. I need to put those with the rest of my photos. But yeah, so like C.S. Lewis Screwtape Letters. My dad was the biggest C.S. Lewis fan ever. He loved C.S. Lewis so much. So I have a lot of C.S. Lewis stuff related to him. But yeah, I'm gonna go through these and probably get rid of most of the like more spiritual-y type books, because that's just like not my jam anymore. Okay, I will say, if you are purging books, do go through them, because like I said, there was pictures in one of them. So like make sure you don't have things like hiding about in the pages of your books before you get rid of them. So that's my biggest tip, is to go through the pages before you get rid of a book. Right now I'm going through these books to see if there's any of my dad's handwriting in them, because if there is, those are the ones I definitely want to keep. How many copies of the Screwtape Letters did this man have? Oh my goodness. I gotta keep them. I feel like I gotta keep them both. This one's like a really old one. You can see the pages are browning, and so that like makes it even more special because it's like an older copy. Y'all, I'm doing so good. This is my get rid of pile. Isn't it so big? Aren't I doing such an amazing job? I'm not doing good at all. Okay, now it's time for me to stop talking and really get into the right mindset. My strategy now is to hold each book and act like I'm at the bookstore picking out books to read. In this portion, I am going through and just reading the blurb of the book, reading a couple paragraphs here and there, and trying to figure out if I still vibe with this book and want to read it or want to keep it on my shelf, or if it's time to get rid of it. But it was kind of fun to act like I was at the bookstore because I haven't been to the bookstore in a while, so it was like a fun little game I was playing. And there were actually a few books that I ended up having more than one copy of, so I really didn't need multiple copies. Like Catching Fire had a paperback and a hardcover version. I kept the hardcover version because I prefer hardcovers. I also had 3 copies of A Wrinkle in Time, and I also had 3 copies of The Gospel According to Disney, 2 of which belonged to my dad. One I had purchased for myself before he passed away, so I got rid of the one that wasn't my dad's and kept the 2 that were my dad's. Okay, so after all of that hard work, this is what I have to show for it. It's not much. It really isn't. 19 books, 1 magazine, and 1 journal. Yeah. This particular purge/decluttering project did not yield super dramatic results. But I do think it's nice to occasionally go through one's things and take out those things that aren't bringing you joy or are just like excess at this point. Like I said earlier, I had a few books that were like a duplicate copy. So obviously I don't need 2 copies of the same book. I will say I did keep, so one of the exceptions for having duplicate copies of something is that, as I said a couple times, I feel like, my dad was a huge C.S. Lewis fan, so he did have multiple copies of C.S. Lewis books. So, for example, he had these super these are beautiful, like very antique type copies of the Chronicles of Narnia. Oh, they don't all have little pictures on them? Okay, well this one does. And so I kept these because these are just so beautiful and so old looking and like antique and unique. And also they like make good decoration, so I use these as like more of decor just because they're so pretty. So I put them with like my film cameras and Polaroids and stuff. I have a small little collection of old film cameras, so I put that with them because it really fits that theme. So this is 1 copy of the Chronicles of Narnia series, and then I've kept this honkin' bad boy. This has all of the books of the Chronicles of Narnia in 1 book, and I kept this one because this is the book that my dad would read to us out of every night. You know, he read all of the Chronicles of Narnia books to us as we were growing up, and this is what he would read out of. So this is maybe one of the most special books I have because of that memory that's attached with it. So that is why I'm keeping both copies of the full series, because, you know, they just have they serve different emotional or aesthetic needs, I should say. Okay, another exception that I have to my duplicate copies rule is a book I wrote in high school. Actually, I started it my freshman year and finished it my senior year. In fact, my senior year, like my senior project was to self-publish. It was to finish my book and self-publish it. So that's what I did. So I have 2 copies of the same book because one was a massive misprint where the text printed super duper tiny. So I have 2 copies of the same book, and this one has normal size font. Is it a good book? No, it's not. It's not a good book. But I wrote it. I freaking wrote it when I was in high school. How many high schoolers can say they wrote and self-published a novel? So it is not good. I do hope one day maybe to revisit this story and try again, you know? Probably change a lot about it. That's the other exception to duplicate copies, is my own book. And I think that makes sense. So, you know, do I have like a lesson that I've learned from this? I've done several of these declutters now. You know, I purged my closet, my kitchen. I'm working on my bathroom. Oh, papers. Papers was a big one. And I guess my takeaway is it's okay to have categories where you can't purge as many things. You know, there's going to be things that are more important to us or harder to get rid of, and that's okay. Like I said, I've been a huge book nerd for like a really long time. So one of my dreams, one of my goals is to eventually move into a house where I can create a full library. So yeah, it was really hard getting rid of a lot of books because I'm thinking, well, I want this in my library someday. And also, some of these I do want to reread. Some of these I haven't even read and I need to. And some of them are just classics. And some of them just made me so happy that I don't want to get rid of them. So yeah, this this was a hard one to do, to actually get rid of things. But I think that pile right there, that's a pretty decent pile for what this was. So yeah, I guess next we should go into bags. That I definitely, don't worry, I will definitely be getting rid of a lot of bags because I have way too many bags. So let's get into some bag decluttering. All right, different day, different outfit, and this is my hoard of bags. Surely I cannot be the only person who has a bit of a bag hoarding problem. I don't even know when this began, but you know, I find a cute bag, I'm like, oh, that's cute, I'm gonna use it twice, and then put it away in my garage. And I find another cute bag, oh, that's cute, I'm gonna use it a few times, put it away in my garage. And then I think, oh, now you have to pay for a grocery bag, so I'm gonna get some bags for groceries. And then I end up never using them and use these ones instead. So yeah, we've got a few to go through today. And, you know, I'm gonna still implement the Marie Kondo Does It Spark Joy method. And this category, I'm actually gonna try to be really strict about because I do not, under any circumstances, need this many bags. I don't need this many bags. And I haven't used pretty much all of the bags in this pile for a bajillion years. So I'm gonna be super strict. So let's get into it, I guess. Okay, this bag, this was my college backpack, I think my senior year. It is super cute, I love it, but like, I'm probably never gonna use it again. Oh, there's another bag inside this bag. That's gonna be a theme. I store bags and bags, so. Oh, I don't know what this was from. I feel like I've literally never seen this in my entire freaking life. So it's really cute, and it does like bring me like an initial like spark of joy because it's a smiley face on a yellow bag. That's just joyful, but I'm never gonna use it, so that's gonna go to donate. Okay, and while this bag is super cute, it's not really something I'm gonna use. I have some other cute bags that I use day to day, so this is never gonna be a day-to-day bag again. I'm gonna keep these bags because I do use these bags for groceries. I'm gonna compile all of these types of bags into one place, and I probably have more than I need, so I will downsize from there, but for now I'm gonna keep any of these types of bags because this is what I use for groceries. Ew, there's a chip in here. I don't know how old that is. Gross. I'm gonna have to throw that away. I'm gonna put it aside for now. All right, we've got some Disney bags. Oh, and an Australia gift bag. So we'll keep one Pixar Fest bag and one Australia gift bag just because of like the nostalgia of those two bags. I know that's silly, but I do love them and they do bring me joy. I should find a way to like frame them, yes! Okay, I'll find a way to frame these and do something with them so they're not just hiding in my garage. Okay, this bag I use a lot when I travel, so this one I'm definitely gonna keep, but I'm gonna check inside it to make sure there's nothing hiding in it. Oh, actually, I'm gonna set this one aside. I have a few bags that I alternate when I travel, so I'm gonna set this one aside for now. Oh, this one has memories. This is my Girl Scout troop bag. I don't have a lot of things related to when I was in Girl Scouts, so I'm gonna keep this because it does have that memory. Okay, we can donate this one. Sweet Honey. It's really cute, but I'm never gonna use it. Remember, folks, if you are donating things with pockets, check all of the pockets, okay? That is my biggest tip to y'all. Ooh, I found money! I found $1.25. Hell yeah, I am rich now. Okay, this bag I got in Germany. I know it's the Union Jack because I was obsessed with England and Britain back then. So I got this while I was in Germany, and it actually has stuff in it. It has like souvenirs that I bought when I was in Australia, I believe. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, so I was gonna give these to friends, but I forgot which friends I had already given it to. Oh, we've got a bottle of sand from, This one is from, the sand is from South Africa. All right, we've got some Australian money. So I'm rich again. I have $50 in Australian money. Oh my goodness. I need to go back to Australia because I'm gonna spend this somewhere. Okay, I have some feathers. Ooh, they got broke. Ooh, I broke it even more. Okay, oh, this is a writing quill. I used to have like a little ink pot. I still have the ink pot, it has no ink in it. And then you'd write with it. I could never figure it out. But this is a writing quill that got pretty damaged. So I'm probably gonna throw that away. And then we have this cool feather. I have a little bit of a feather problem. Ooh, this is a really cool feather, okay. Okay, the bag itself is pretty beat up. I've repaired the straps a couple times, it looks like, and I don't know, it's pretty beat up and it feels kind of grody. So I'll take a picture of it because, you know, it still has that like memory to it, but otherwise I'm never gonna use it. So what does it even say? Darling, love to be here, but miss you so much. Hope to see you soon. Have a bless me. Have a nice day, many kisses. That's such a random text on this bag. All right, we got another like memory bag. It's from Hawaii, from the Island Country Markets, Hawaii. Okay, I have 2 of these, so I think I'll keep one and get rid of the other. Oh, Fresh and Easy. This was my favorite grocery store to shop at when I lived in California, and then they went out of business and I was heartbroken. Oh, Fresh and Easy. I miss you so much. I missed your pesto basil mozzarella salad. Oh, that salad was so good. Oh, what a time. But I don't need this bag, so we'll get rid of it. All right, I set aside some of these bags to go through again. Now that I see how many bags I still have, I don't need this cat one. I don't need this one. It's from Barnes & Noble, but I don't need it. I think I'll still keep this one because I still use it fairly frequently. But it doesn't bring me joy. That's the thing. I keep it for a practical sense, but it doesn't bring me joy. I mean, can't I just use this one? They serve about the same purpose. I'm gonna go through my keep pile again. I'm gonna throw away this chip, it's grossing me out. All right, I'm gonna rapid fire my keep pile one more time just to make sure I want this many bags. Okay, so cooler bags. Okay, so keeping these 2 for sure. And then where's that nice one? Okay, this one, nice one, versus this one. You know, this might actually be my mom's. I think this is my mom's, so I'll send her a picture and ask her if this is hers. Okay, so for like canvas type bags, we've got this cute cat one with a book that says Oregon. We've got Pulp and Circumstance, which is a cute little gift shop. We got the Yule Ball bag, and we got this really cute one. I don't know where it came from. Honestly, my brother probably gave it to me. Oh yeah, it's Vans. I think my brother gave it to me, but it's really cute. Okay, but I think having 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one for art supplies. So we'll say 4 practical use canvas bags. I feel like that's not too bad. Like that's pretty decent, and they all bring me joy. So that's, you know, that's the biggest criteria is, does it bring me joy? So I think all 4 of these are good to keep. Keep. All right, we've got my backpacks left. I mean, definitely for sure keep this one. This one is absolutely very practical. And this one I painted specifically for Disneyland. It's kind of gone through it a bit, but I can't get rid of it. I spent a lot of time on that. And this one is a for sure keep. This is the one I keep coming back to. It does not bring me joy. It is practical, but I just put 3 practical backpacks in this box. So I think it's time to say goodbye to this one. This can go to a high schooler or even like a college student who are strapped for cash and need a nice backpack. This is a nice backpack. This has lasted me a really long time and really has no damage to it. So I think I've got to say goodbye to this one. It does not bring me joy. I'm keeping it strictly for the practicality of it. What's in it? A pen. And then this is all the random stuff that was in those bags. Okay, that particular purge only took me 30 minutes. Let's see how many bags I got rid of. 4, 5 bags in the trash. Oh, and then 1 bag that I think is my mom's. And then we've got bags to donate. We've got 1, 21, 22. Oh my gosh, I got rid of 22 bags. That's awesome. That's really good. I feel super duper good about that. All right, that's how many bags I got rid of. Let's see how many I'm keeping. 1, 2, 19, 20, 21. So 21 bags that I'm keeping. I got rid of like pretty much half of my bags. Oh, that's awesome. That is really a really good feeling. That is so good. Okay, so y'all, I like literally, if you are watching my videos, you need to go and do these things. You need to go, like, each category. That's the biggest thing. You have to go by category so that you can see all of the thing in that category at one time. So bags, I got all my bags. I had a fudge ton of bags. You don't go by room, go by category, because it's going to show you truly, well and truly, what you have, what you don't need, and what you need. So really highly recommend doing these decluttering. Even if you're just doing like one category at a time. Like when you have a free weekend, do a category. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do it all at once. I'm trying to do it all in as short amount of time as possible, just so that I can have like a big weight off my shoulder all at once. But do what you can, do what works for you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider giving it a thumbs up, consider subscribing if you want to see me continue on this journey of decluttering my life. And with that, I hope y'all have a lovely day. See you in the next video. Oh no, this was a bad idea. Never mind. Okay.